back to the ladies divisions. The next matchup will see another two women making their debut on the Submission Queens mat. This is the ascending women's flyweight division, looking to make inroads. Introducing first from the blue corner, she represents the Apex Army. Please welcome Sascha "Scraps" Robinson. Her opponent, making up the second representation of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Fourways. She's fighting out of the red corner. Please welcome Stephanie Graham. Alrighty, Monique, another two debutants in your division. The possibility of emerging contenders. Talk us through this one. Obviously, you know Sascha pretty well. I think you've faced Stephanie before?
I haven't faced Stephanie before. I've grappled with, I've trained with Sascha, but you know, went across training with Apex and the Quan Vessels affiliation. So I do get to grapple with Sascha quite often. So really, really tough grappler. Stephanie, I haven't grappled with her before. I think we've had one open mat together. Also really, really good. I know she has good armbar attempts. It's an interesting matchup. I think it's going to be really, really good.
Very interesting matchup here. Both ladies physically looking a little bit nervous right now. Obviously, the big stage, the lights, and Stephanie straight into the action.
And
we've seen this from
quite a lot of aggression.
Yeah. This has been, her teammate had a very similar
straight
approach. Oh, she's got to watch those arms there.
Sascha straight
Triangle.
into triangle.
Oh.
So we'll see.
So we saw Stephanie's training partner and teammate Nathan Thorne adopt a very similar strategy, come out very fast out the gates. But Sascha doing all the right things at the moment.
Yeah, so I think it's really, really hard to keep that pace at this level. So I think both of them will find their feet in the next few seconds, and we'll see good grappling from both of these ladies. Sascha's now on top, working for top position.
Great crossface there by
Probably
Sascha.
going to work for a good mount position.
Good three-quarter. She'll be happy with that.
It seems like Stephanie's going to accept the position. She's trying to get the sweep. So
what I'm liking from Sascha, she's making cognitive decisions. She wants to get to the mount. She gets to the mount. She flattens out her hip pressure. Really, really step-by-step jiu-jitsu, which is great to see.
Exactly.
Which means she's thinking in this pressured moment. So she's really going about the right way. Steph's going to give up her back, yeah?
And yeah, she's going to give up the back if she moves, tries to get out to the. And there's the back position for Sascha.
Nice.
So now she'll work for the rear naked choke position. Full body lock, triangle. And there we go. We've got a rear naked choke on the. Stephanie doing really, really well to get out of that position. Into mount. So Sascha will work for, get them set back into the middle of the mat.
Back to the middle.
Stephanie's definitely bringing the pace. Sascha's bringing a lot of technical, slower jiu-jitsu.
Sure. I think if you're Stephanie here, you want to just try and get to a top position, settle down, catch your breath.
Yeah.
You know, but obviously Sascha's not allowing that. She's really, really putting on the technical display here and making sure she's not giving an inch.
Definitely.
I'm really, really impressed by her jiu-jitsu, I must be honest.
I'm really impressed by Stephanie's defense. Her submission defense has been really, really good, not giving up her back and accepting that position. Sascha has really good rear naked chokes. When she gets on your back, it's a position that you really, really struggle to get out of. So I'm impressed by Stephanie's defense. Sascha's obviously the one that's giving us more of the submission attempts and top game at the moment.
And again, the rule set's going to start to haunt you because you've got good positions, you've got top pressure, you're getting into almost dangerous attacking positions. You've got to start to convert those. I mean, obviously, there's just under 5 minutes left to go here, so still a lot of time. But every time you get into these positions without success, she's starting to
And
get
now
more
she's
and more
working
stressed.
for a high mount, which will open up that armbar triangle position
Straight onto
for
the
her.
head. Straight onto the head there.
Both these ladies have, I think in the past year, also received their blue belts. And they've been working really, really hard in the gym to be on the top of the competitor scene.
Great awareness defensively from
And
Stephanie
there she opens
Graham.
up her back again for Sascha
again,
to... her defense is super, super good.
Okay, little. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have a light heavyweight matchup between young Aiden Griffith and Botha Hanekom from Cape Town. We still have a massive combat jiu-jitsu matchup, as well as Demart Penner versus Dejuan Tim in the main event of the Super Fight series, and we will return to the middleweights shortly. Sascha Graham continuing an ascendancy here on attack after attack.
And I think Stephanie's leaving her arms open a little bit too much for the attempt to get onto those arm bars. And she goes for the neck position to give her the... She's not on the...
Yeah, she's got to give that neck up now. You know, you're going to put yourself in danger there, and there she sees it.
And there Sascha gets top position again. She works really well to get to her mount positions.
Yeah, she's comfortable there. And it's a good place to be in this kind of a setting, you know, get into the mount position, calm it down, slow it down after a big scramble like that. But again, the pressure's starting to mount now on Sascha. You know, you've got these dominant positions. You've got to start to find some success.
Exactly. So if I was Sascha, I would definitely work for the back. The back there, open up those high mount positions, and that's exactly where she's going again.
She's almost kind of like forcing Stephanie to turn that way and take the back. I think she's a little bit heavy on the hips. So when Steph is trying to escape, she's not giving her that door to kind of like open that door to take the back.
Exactly.
I think if she allows it a little bit more, the back might open up there.
Stephanie's brought a lot of feistiness I didn't expect. She actually trains a lot more in the gi than the no-gi, but her no-gi game has actually impressed me tonight.
Sure, I think Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Fourways has spent a lot of time. Obviously, guys like Nathan Thorne, who we saw earlier, have really stepped up in the competition scene. They're putting themselves out there. And competition these days is a lot of no-gi, so you've got to make sure you check that box.
So Stephanie's working to ensure her back is not left open. She's probably going to go for
great escape there.
Half guard maybe. Half guard's probably a safe option there. Maybe going through to the leg positions.
Yeah, looks like she's elevating.
Good knee slice position. And Stephanie working to get on top.
Can see that clock pressure starting to kick in now as the ladies.
So now
whoa!
I'd love to see Sascha get onto a leg, you know, straight ankle, heel look positions.
Seems like she can hear you, Mars. Big shout out to our sponsors.
And she's been quite aggressive there with that crossface, sorry.
No worries. Big shout out to CMH, our
excited.
sponsors, the CMH Group and CMH Midrand in particular for this one. Blue Sky Sourcing, Gasoline Denim Co. Obviously Samaf and the great people here at Techno Technologies. It's been a great night so far. As these two ladies start to run the clock down, just over a minute left to work, you've really got to feel, if you're Sascha Robinson, you've had a lot of success. You've got to try and find that submission as quickly as possible.
I'd like her to get onto those arms. You know, Stephanie's leaving her arms up wide open for armbar triangle at the attempt. So I want her to really get onto those arm lock attempts. Great elevation. Good head control from Stephanie. And I think Sascha's top pressure's been a problem for Stephanie tonight. But not getting the success on the finishes just yet.
30 seconds left to work here for these two ladies.
Seeing another overtime, maybe.
Looks like it. Looks like it's a night for overtime tonight. Okay, 20 seconds. Let's see if Sascha Robinson can cause any problems in the dying seconds here.
She's got 10 seconds to make this happen.
If you're Sascha Robinson, I think you're going to be a bit confident now going into the overtime. You've had a lot of control. Let's see how it works.
Overtime for us.
Yep, another overtime. Interesting. Looking at this matchup, I'm not sure I saw it going to overtime, but let's see how this goes and what the strategy is from these two ladies.
Also need to keep in mind it's their debut. You know, it's a bit
Very
of a
good.
different stage to our everyday comps. These lights do have an effect on us.
Yeah, and it's interesting the setup. Like you're elevated, people are really close. You know, you can hear every almost crunch in here. So there's a lot of pressure.
So it's
So
interesting. It
I
seems
think
like we're going back take position, and Stephanie will give us the first
Sash
attempt.
chose to defend, winning the coin toss, which is interesting. Which is a good strategy if you're a little bit tired. You know, it gives you a bit of a time to catch your breath. But that being said, you've really got to explode and get out so you use up more
She's
energy.
got a really good mindset, Sascha. She's really good at defending the back.
Okay.
And Stephanie
Ref
doing well
Bobby
to hold
Carriaginides has got us on the manual time here, so don't panic. Those of you that are seeing the clock not going down, we are having a bit of a problem. Steph Graham working on the choke.
She doesn't have the body lock, which would give
She's out.
the exit quite quickly.
We're going to get the official time there, 21 seconds. 21 seconds to win here. Sascha Robinson needs to hold on for 21 seconds or more to win this one or find the submission. It's all or nothing now for Stephanie Graham.
Definitely. So if she can get that body lock position, she'll probably have the attempt at escaping first. Quite interesting way of escaping for Stephanie, and we think she's
Choke
got
is
the
on.
rear naked choke position. Well done to Sascha Robinson.
I'm here with your winner, Sascha Robinson. Went a long way there. You were in control for a lot of the fight. Obviously coming out, a lot of pressure, a lot of faces, a lot of fans from Apex. Talk us through the nerves, how it went.
Very nervous. I don't think you can't be nervous for an event like this. But you can channel it if you remain calm. They're to your advantage, but that was a fight, man.
What was the game plan coming in? Obviously, you were in dominant positions. The clock started to put the pressure on you, getting into mount positions, not finding the submissions. What was the actual game plan?
Well, usually it's go to back and choke people out, I guess, but that didn't go so well. But yeah, I think more or less was just see how they move, see where my weaknesses are in comparison, and then just negate and control where I can. And you know, I think there were a couple of moments where I would have risked it, but she was strong, so I was like, well, you know, got her back.
Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Sascha Robinson.